What's going on, guys? It's your boy Going for Wins coming at you with episode 1 of our Norwich career mode. Man, I'm the master procrastinator, that's for sure. I keep coming out with these different career modes and never sticking to it. Anyways, I hope to stick with this one. And what I'm going to be doing with this one is I'm going to be playing with Norwich City. And essentially what I did with them is I promoted them and put them in the Premier League. Also, I think Bristol City, right, is the other team. And then I put Watford all into the Premier League. I also did all the transfers. I kind of updated them, at least all the ones in the Premier League, so I didn't put like Messi at PSG or anything like that. I just focused purely on the Premier League. I also did give myself a $10 million boost, if you guys saw there too. I did think about, I wish I could do a little bit more, like a $30 million boost. 50 I thought was just too much. And then I thought 10 million, I guess, would be a nice sweet spot to give us a little boost in the transfer window. Because as you know, there have been a lot of transfers for Norwich, or if you haven't known, if you don't pay attention to them, they do have quite a bit of transfers that have left. I think Emilio Buendia being the main target that went to Aston Villa because Grealish had went off to Man City. So there's a lot of things that have been happening with this Norwich squad. So I'm a little excited I'm excited to take over and see what I can do with them. If we're kind of looking at the squad here, I didn't go all the way through the squad because we've done these before, but the squad needs help. Essentially, there's really nothing to say about it. It's a very, very poor squad. It's not very strong. You'll see here in a second when I kind of put the team together. Like you'll see, we're gonna run a 4-3-3 like normal. You can kind of see the stats that we have. We're 70s, mid 70s, not really any high 70s whatsoever. We have no depth in the squad. I have no right back. The one player I do like a lot is Cantwell, but I put him on the transfer window because probably by the time this video comes out, he might also be on his way to Aston Villa too. So Norwich is losing a lot of players, so this is a good time, I think, for me to just rebuild the team, in my image, kind of see if I can't survive in the Premier League. I'll do what I can, we'll see what we could do. I guess my ultimate goal would be to, at least in the first season, would be to survive the Premier League. Hopefully we don't get relegated. And then just make a run in a cup. It'd be nice if we can, but we'll do what we can. So we'll jump into the second part here, and if you could see, again, a nice thing that I want to focus on, because we're not going to have too much money either, is to focus on the youth academy. So these are 3 special players that I think all high potential, 70 to 94, at least are in the 70s. So the first starting with Caleb Saunders from England. Got him listed at center back, but he's 5'9", and that's obviously not going to happen. He's a left foot player, so I decided to put him at left back just because why not? 5'9", there's just no way. It's only going to take him 2 weeks to transition, so it should be good for him. He's at a super low rating at 45, but he's 15 years old, so hopefully he builds up. He's got high potential, so we'll see. Next up being Marcus Schwartz from Germany, 17 years old, center defensive midfielder. Same thing with him, very low overall, but unfortunately for him, he's already 17, so I would be surprised if he survives, but I don't know. His lowest potential is 74, so we'll see. And then our first and final is obviously going to be Austin Collier, at least that's how I'm going to pronounce it, but he's going to be our scouted future star, and right away, I am just going to sign him to the first team because I'm going to play him. He gives us depth. He's something that we need. So anyways, jumping into what the board wants us to do, kind of same thing for here is they want us to avoid relegation, they want us to get a cup run, and they want us to sign some youth academy players, which is what I plan to do anyway. So myself and the board, it looks like we're on the same page. I'm looking forward to it. Again, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting season all around. We're at the bottom of the table, and it's gonna be rough, so just kind of looking at what we got to do. It doesn't look like we have any pressure at us or pressure on us at all. It's very low priority for all of this stuff, so nothing crazy. So if we do get relegated, it is what it is, but personally I hope that does not happen. So these are just kind of the players that I'm looking at. I mean, it's going to be a huge list because usually when I always start my career mode, it's at least I start big and then I can just obviously shrink down over time. This obviously doesn't mean that I'm going to sign any of these players or all of these players. I will sign some of them, of course, but it just kind of gives me an idea of players that I need, players that I want to sign, players that I like, players that I've never really played before, and things like that. So if you have any comments or any suggestions of players who I should look at, as we're looking at Jack Rodwell. I'm surprised that this kid is even still playing. Right, I mean, he's 29 now, so he's not a kid. But man, I can't believe Jack Rodwell is still in the game. I'm surprised he's even still playing. But if you guys have suggestions for players, definitely leave them in the comments down below. I want to kind of focus on really anybody at this point. I really don't care, kind of going into it. This is just my last ditch career mode before FIFA 22 comes out and, just make the full switch. So this is going to be just a fun career mode all around just to kind of end on this gen, because on FIFA 22, I will be playing on new gen. So I'm just looking forward to that. So again, like I said, just a long list of players, but I think just a lot of players that I like and players that I do want to use and players that I do think will help us. I mean, needs that I feel like we have. I want to get a striker because I don't think Pookie's going to be the one to lead us, all the way. He's going to need help. I mean, he will probably be a very integral part in the team, but we need help. I need defenders. I need a new goalie. I mean, pretty much all positions are open for the most part for depth. So do a little bit of training here, a little bit of tiki-taka, or not tiki-taka, but a little bit of rondo with no opposition in the middle, and just kind of moving the ball around. I do like the practice drills that FIFA has always incorporated over the years. They do get creative with them. They are nice. They're fun. I don't mind them at all. I do like playing in them. I do like that you only have to train one time, get the A, and then you don't have to train again. I mean, you can get the C, you can get the D, whatever letter grade you want to get. But I'm just glad that it's always different and it's always fun. It gets more difficult as time goes on. And, with Norwich, it was very difficult to try to play through two players, but we did as best as we could, and we were as successful as we can. At least we got the A. So as you can see here, we got the C, the A, and luckily I don't have to worry about those three drills again. So we're gonna jump into our first match here against who is this again? Sivasspor. I have no idea. I'm probably butchering their name, but they're from Turkey, and personally, on paper, I think we should be okay. I think we should be able to handle this team with no issue. We're going to jump into the 10th minute here. It doesn't look like, they don't really pose a threat in my opinion. I think we're both evenly matched on paper, at least ratings wise. I don't think they're a team that's going to blow us out of the water. I don't think we're a team that's going to blow them out of the water either. But they do play tricky. I mean, obviously the computer does always play difficult in a way. I wouldn't say the computer's difficult, but the computer's errors are very few and in between for the most part, as they're going to get the first strike here and score on us in the 13th minute, unfortunately. So unfortunately, it's going to lead us in the start of our preseason. And normally I wouldn't play preseason, but I felt like playing it, this time around because I have not played with Norwich before. They got new players. Like I said, it's different to see with these kinds of players to see what we can do. And clearly, like I said, we already need help in that back line, and we're already down 1-0. So anyways, we're going to jump here to the 19th minute, try to see if we can't get our own attack going. And it does look like it's going decent. Pookie. I don't know, Piku. I was about to call him Pikachu. But Pookie with the ball here. Oh, nice cut back inside. Good fake shot. What a shot, unfortunately. Come on, Pookie. You got to be able to finish those, man, if you're going to be leading the line for us, because we are going to count on you a lot. I know when Norwich was in the league a couple of seasons ago, I think he had, I might have to look this up, but I think he had like 18 to 25 goals, I want to say, when Norwich was in the league like 2 or 3 years ago. So anyways, we're going to jump into here again, and we're going to try to feed it off to Pookie. Pookie's going to take a nice breakaway one-on-one with the keeper. He can finally finish that. I will take that. Like I said, Pookie's going to be good for us. I do have him on the transfer list because I do want to see what his value is. I don't know if we're going to sell him necessarily. I think he's a solid player. He's a solid Premier League player. He can prove himself. He's really good. I think he plays for I think he's Finland. He's from Finland, right? So he plays for the Finnish national team. So I know he's a starter there. So he has quality. He has games. He's not a bad player. Look at him again. Once again, weaving through the players to get us up 2-1 just before the half. Timo Pukki again. With the brace. He's going to be good for us. He's good. I think he's, 30 years old? I think if we have him, and I think if we have either him coming off of the bench, or, he's going to have to come off the bench. We're going to halftime here. We're going to jump into the second half. But Pukki, he's going to have to come off the bench. I don't know if I'm going to have to. I don't know if I'll start him. I mean, if I do, I'm not upset with that. But personally, I think we need to probably be bringing somebody else in. So, anyways, jumping here to the second half. Once again, this Turkish squad fails whatever they were trying to do, and Pukki, I keep wanting to call him Pikachu, but Pukki with the hat trick. So he's good. Like I said, he's a good solid player. I don't think I'm gonna sell him. I think I'll take him off the transfer list. I think we'll keep him. I mean, again, I don't think I'm going to sell him. Here we go again, in the 72nd minute. Real easy. Probably pretty much going to bag the points here. Collier, our young rookie sensation, or our youth academy. I guess they don't call them rookies over there in England. But our young prodigy, he's going to get his first goal too. He's going to be a stud for us also. The scout the future stars. So he'll be pretty solid for us as the Norwich fans are representing, because I think this tournament is in Spain. So we're doing well. We're up 4-1. I'm feeling good about the team. I think the team is good. Just playing this game as we kind of end the game here. I don't want to bore you guys with goals, but we do end up winning 4-3. But team overall is good. We have good attack. We have a decent midfield. We have an okay defensive line. I just think we need better players. In the course of this season, we're not going to survive. I mean, we'll be able to handle our own on preseason. I'm not too worried about handling these three teams that we play, but we're going to need more. That's for sure. Kind of get some inbox business done here. Go ahead and just delete all the extra nonsense of, who we're going to get. Does look like we get a transfer offer for Kenny McLean. We are probably going to accept that because I have 40 players on this squad, which is a lot. I think you can have 52. I think is what FIFA allows. So I'm going to let a lot of these go. But anyways, we're going to jump right into this game against Girona, another Spanish side. And unfortunately, we're going to get a nice through ball into Pukki, but he messes it up. But at least we're on that side of the field. Within the 6th minute, it looks like our other new signing. I think this is a new signing for this upcoming season. I don't think he was on the team last year, but I think his name is Roshiska. Let me see. I don't know. Rosiska. Yeah, Rosiska. So he's going to get the nice goal for us too, which is really good for us. I'm very excited. Girona is going to, again, I think is a fairly decent La Liga side. I think from history, aren't they kind of like a feeder club, essentially? Not necessarily like a feeder club for City, but aren't they in like the City group where like City sends their players as Cantwell? I don't know how he didn't score that. Come on, man. You got to be able to score that with the cutback. So unfortunately, we don't go up 2-0 because Cantwell can't do the business, and now we're getting hit on the break by Girona. Girona's going to cut back. Looks like they're going to play nice possession soccer, and they're going to beat us on the near post. Come on, Tim Krul. You got to be able to save those, my man. You're a very veteran goalie. You got to be able to save those. So unfortunately, now we're tied again, 1-1. But like I was saying, I think Girona is not. I think they're a feeder club, right? Or something of the lines. I know they bounce back between the 2nd division and the 1st division of the La Liga. So I don't know. Whatever. So we're going to jump into the second half. It does look like, if you can see in the top left, Alaba's going to be maybe moving to Leicester City. Yeah, right. But anyways, I don't know what happened there in the box. It was a little struggle. But again, Mr. Big Pukki with another goal. And, this guy is on fire for us, all preseason. I think he's been doing very well. I can't really complain about this man whatsoever. He's doing really well. He's got 4 goals already. I can't be mad at the guy. So we're up 2-1 on Girona. Pookie with another goal. It's looking really good for us. I'm very happy. I'm very excited about the team. I'm very excited about the season ahead. I think we'll be able to do just fine. We'll just be able to have to hold our own. So I think this is our first foul of both games, considering, and again, what a defensive breakdown. I don't know how he was free and how he didn't get picked up. Like, that's crazy. We're going to pause it here real quick. We're going to look at the instant replay. We're going to see how this happened. I can't believe this happened. So let's roll it back, roll the tape back, roll the VAR back if we can. Hold up. So he's probably about 45 yards, 50 yards out away from the goal. And like, he does a nice little chip over, it looks like, bounces over, and then he, like, everybody just turns, spins, and watches. Doesn't even pick him up or nothing. So he has a free goal. So that's unfortunate. So now it's 2-2. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, man, come on, team. We got to figure it out. I think this is how it's going to be in the Premier League. Like, this is why I think we're going to need like another striker. Like, for us to survive, like, we're going to have to score a lot, because we're going to concede a lot. Like, I think that's normally what happens as, our young rookie protege tries to take the ball for himself. And again, Big Pookie with the goals. To take us up 3-2. Big Pookie. But this is what it's going to be like in the Premier League. I think usually this is how it happens whenever like championship sides, they move into the Premier League. Like, they have to keep up. Like, we're going to concede a lot of goals. Like, that's almost fact, so we're going to have to be able to score just as many as we concede. So this is why I think having a second striker next to Pookie is very important, because if he goes down, like, oh my gosh, where's our goals going to come from? And it's a nice another goal to finish it off by Mr. Cantwell. Ooh, that was a golazo. But unfortunately, if somebody bids on him, we are going to sell him, because I think he's really leaving in real life. And I think he's a heck of a player. I think City was in the running for him to get him at one point, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to jump into the 88th minute here. We're going to see if Girona has a last-ditch effort in them, because they were playing some silky soccer on us, so I'm not going to be mad at them. They do hit us with the high press, and they do hit us, and oh my gosh, they score on us to make it 3-4 in the 89th minute. So I did start to sweat here, because honestly, as much as I'm showing preseason, I don't really want to play preseason. I'm ready to just get into the league, but I just wanted to guarantee the money, because we need the money. And I already knew that if I simulate the preseason, that there's no way we were going to win all 3 games. Like, I was going to have to play 2 of the 3 games, and I didn't want to play all the games. What I wanted to do is, if I won at least 2 games, I was going to simulate the 3rd, and hopefully we can hold on here and we can do that and make that happen. And it does look like we're going to do that. So we do finish with a 4-3 final against Girona, and I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. So that just means that I will be able to simulate the 3rd, because that just means that we are automatically moving to the next round of the preseason. So just to finish up some more business here, it does look like McLean got sold. It looks like Adam Ada wants to be taken on loan. I probably will make that happen. He's a striker, 19 years old, 66 overall. He's probably not going to play that much. Probably send him out to AZ, which is fine with me. I don't really care about that. So we are going to pocket $2.5 million for the transfer budget. I am not mad about that. Our next game is against RC Lens. Like I said, we're going to just go ahead and simulate this. I'm just going to go ahead and rotate the squad, get all the important players out, that just in case we don't risk injury, because again, I'm more than likely thinking that when I simulate this game, we are going to lose. And if we do, it is what it is. I'm not too bad. Not too mad about it. But this is going to be coming towards the end of the video. Like I said, I'm very excited. I can't wait to get this season started and ready to go. Again, I always thank all my subscribers for hanging around and always waiting patiently for these videos. And I think this time around, I'm going to become a little more active with it, if you say. But episode 2 is coming around soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys always, and look out for the next one. Like I said, unfortunately we lost, but at least we move on to the semifinals, and we'll be playing against Cadiz. So this is your boy Going for Win signing out. Thank you guys for your time. See you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.